Yeah, 2025 yt15, fixing the kids' dirt bike jump right here for the track. Come off this big old hill berm, come shooting in through here. It'll be a nice jump right here. I got this from Alibaba, from China. It's not a bad machine. I'm gonna do a little digging right now. YTs aren't too jerky at all. Of course, I've been running these for 20 years, but got a couple springs in the pilot valves. Machine overall, I'm gonna get this thing out of there. The machine overall digs fairly well. It slow tracks, of course. Haven't had to do any maintenance except the initial everything everybody tells you to do right off the rip. I installed another fan right there. I installed a volt gauge right there. Pretty much the thing came with a nice seat, real sturdy. Got all the bells and whistles on this thing. Shipped right to my door for $6K. These outside track things kind of are different. I got mine fully extended out. My outriggers are out. I didn't put the extended blade on yet. It's still there. I did some modifications to her. Added a fire extinguisher, cup holder, all that kind of good stuff. All the commodities you need. And then, like I said, it's not too bad. I put in this huge berm. I dug out over here in the backyard here because I had water issues. I dug this and then I put a huge berm all the way out and around onto this corner here with 2 fences to make sure I don't ruin my fence. But it's a quad track. Come up and around this huge berm shot. Come straight around here to hit this double or tabletop. Or you can go around the side here. Then I made another berm around. It's about a 3-foot berm off the chicken coop. Out and around this whole corner. It's a berm shot, and then up in the top around by the hot tub. Well, it's pretty nice. Kids enjoy it. Like I said, though, the machine runs pretty good. Haven't really had any major issues with it. The nuts and bolts on it had to be tightened because they were all loose, shipped from China. I mean, other than that, the thing's pretty stout. I picked up some huge logs. I got a log over here next to my tarp. Doing some maintenance back here, getting the yard back in shape. I got these pieces of madrone right here. They weigh probably around 800-900 pounds each. These big ones. Picked them up, no problem. This right here is a plum tree that I just cut. It's sound. It's probably like 1,200 pounds. Without the blade down, it picked it up, but it tipped over. But with the blade down, I was able to pick it up and swing it and move it. It's not too bad. Dug out on the side of my house. I was having water issues back in here. And then this is the way I get the excavator in and out through here. But I had to dig this lower a little bit for a drop down because of my roof to get through here and out to the front yard. But I got to get that last pile back in here. More dirt for the ramps. But other than that, I had to cut my plum tree down so I can get it in and out of here, but I left some of it, so I still got that plum tree and all them plum trees. But, like I said, the machine came in good. Some metal shavings in the hydraulic tank when I first did a first flush. Engine oil looked like pure crud. I did a flush on that. Other than that, I haven't really had to do any maintenance. I did forget to tighten the rotator motor, and I snapped an air off, but this thing's got a 1-year warranty on any parts. So they're sending me a bunch of new stuff just because, and they hooked me up with a bunch of other stuff I needed. Thing doesn't run hot. I haven't had the gas boil yet or any of that stuff. I am going to take the gas tank and move it to where inside here there's the hydraulic tank, but there's a hole right here, so I'm just going to make a gas tank right in there where I've seen the other ones at. Other than that, I did some modifications. It's hard to get into here because this plate, you got to take everything off and these stings to get the plate off. So I just cut it in half, as you can see right there, and then I can slide that whole one side out without having to take the whole engine apart. There was some damage from shipping. This seat came bent and broke. They're sending me a new one, which is nice. They're sending me an extra RAM, and I got all the bells and whistles and all the tools and accessories for $6K delivered to my door here in California. It's a pretty nice machine. I'm going to do some more videos of job sites and stuff, but like I said, it moves dirt fairly well. I was super impressed. I got the inverted boom because I didn't want to have damage. As you can see already, I've already hit the boom right there. So good thing I didn't have a cylinder there. These thumbs are flimsy. I've already bent the shit out of it, but it's fairly good. They're sending me a new RAM. Other than that, this dirt mound's huge, and it moves it all in about 20 minutes. I was going to do a video earlier, but I spaced it. Other than that, everything's not too bad here. It's a pretty darn good machine. I'd recommend Youtop. They got the new Youtop 18. You can get it with the same engine. It's got the same everything. The 15 and 18, there's no difference, except the 18, you can get it with the diesel engine. This one's got the 13.5 horse, and it's well more than enough power for everything. I can do 3 or 4 functions at once, at least. Also, I put the springs in the pilot controls, so it is a lot less jerkier than it first, I guess, was. But not really, because I'm an operator, so it's all on your fingertips. Bunch of these people that say they're jerky, it's because they're not operators. No offense, but they're just not. But I've been watching videos for years and finally decided to buy one. Best thing I ever had. Here's the specs. I don't know if you can see it, but it's not a bad machine. That's it. I'll post some more videos. If you guys want to see more, let me know.